Hi, I'm David Adams, experienced photographer and videographer. I've been taking photos and videos for over 20 years, and I'm trying to capture the best landscape, nature, and wildlife photography at all the national parks around the world. I can't tell you how pleased I was when Jennifer Meyer reached out to me and asked me to be the judge for your photo contest. Come join the fun. My first step was to take the 15 images from the contest and place them in a software package called Lightroom. Fun fact, did you know most images taken on cameras and smartphones include a lot of metadata that you may or may not want to share, including your GPS location as well as other pertinent information, so take care before you release images to the public. Typical photo contests will have categories for judgment, like objects, people, and nature. But since we only had 15 images, I judged all the images in one category. Since this is your first contest, I made the judging criteria fairly simple. First is artistic, creativity, and there were 3 technical features: focus, lighting, and composure. I'll go over each one of those. The first and most important criteria in judging a photo is the creativity. What's the story you're trying to tell? For instance, in this picture you see a fish in a jar sitting on a lake. Possibly the photographer was relating the boundaries within what you can see and how you can take it or you can't. The second criteria, and the first and technical, is focus. It's rather simple. Nothing in focus is a bad photo. But sometimes you'll have the image or subject in focus where the background is blurred. And this is known as bokeh. And that's known as a great photo, especially when you're doing portrait photography. The second technical judging criteria is lighting. Lighting's important. Not too dark, not too light. And in some situations, there's extreme high dynamic range where it's very bright in one area and very dark. And taking a picture in a normal mode will give you a picture you see up in the upper left. But if you set it to HDR, it balances out, much like your eye does with your brain. The second feature that's important in lighting is the white balance. And with shots that have extreme white areas, such as our snow shots, you need to use some sort of white balance correction. And most smartphone software will allow you some sort of correction which makes it look better, as you can see, left versus right. And the third technical feature is composure. How are you framing it? What's in, what's out? What are you cropping? Using the rule of thirds by putting it on one of those lines as if you had the crosshairs is a great place to start. No one wants that high school, college center of the picture. The second thing is leading lines. Do you have lines leading to help tell your story? Now that we understand the judging criteria, now on to the contest. I will now reveal for the top 4 images, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place, how they scored from this judging criteria. Here we go. The 4th place winner goes to an image that I've titled Winter Backyard Sunset. What a beautiful shot. Sunset is happening and the windmill is centered directly in the middle. You can peek through with the hope of a new day. The creativity was good, focus and lighting were also very good, and the composure was very good and balanced. But like most shots taken with a camera as is, in the snow you get this blue overtone. What would it look like if it was properly balanced? You can see in this shot the before and after. The after is when white balance is applied and you see less of that blue snow, a more natural look, something like you would see on a cold winter afternoon. The 3rd place image I entitled Winter Crossroad. Here you have a cross in the middle with plowed roads going either left or right. I think the creativity is excellent here. The focus is good, the lighting and composure are good, but again, we have that blue hue from the snow and the improper white balance. Now you can see what I would adjust to just improve this picture slightly. In the modified photo, I did two things. I did the white balance to get rid of the blue hue, and I also cropped it so you could see the cross, which I think gives it an even more dramatic impression. The second place image I entitled Winter Dog Pack. You can tell that dog in the back is in charge, and the other two are at attention. The sergeant at arms will let you know what and where they need to go. The creativity here is excellent. I love the focus, I love the lighting and the composure. And with like kids, it's hard to get all three animals to look in the camera at the same time. Well, 2 out of 3 is not bad. And again, you can see with the modification, I changed the white balance and brightened up the dogs' faces so they're a little bit more bright and brilliant. Great shot. And the first place image I've entitled Winter Bike Stop. What an excellent shot. The creativity's beautiful. The mirror image of the reflection of the mountains on the lake. The focus is good. The lighting is excellent. The composure is excellent. The only thing I would say is I wish that the photographer would have scanned out a little bit farther to see the front of that motorcycle. But what a great image of that rider taking that swig in that beautiful environment. And the only modification I'd recommend is a slight white balance to just bring out some of that more brilliance of color. It really is a classic first place photo. Thanks to all the contributors to the Builders Association of Elkhart County Photo Contest. They were all excellent. And congratulations to the top 4 for excellent photos in your first contest. Until next time.